much for joining us on Instrument Splash today. This is Nollywood Tuesday and all things movies. You understand what I'm talking about, right? This is where we bring you the celebrity hangouts, movies, you know, premieres, and the interviews with your favorite actors. My name is Honeypot, of course, and welcome once again. We'll begin the day, you know, with this one, the Day Out segment, and the Day Out segment with actor Deyemi Okonlawon as he was getting his fitness on. Now, then later, we'll bring you back-to-back music and videos, you know, music videos, I meant to say. And, well, let's go. We've got you covered in and out. It is just all about fun. If only you stay here with us. And I advise you to just stay here with us.
Peru, wari do.
Is it a movie about fitness? Is it a sickness movie? Is it an action movie where you have to get fit? You have to lose weight?
Okay, so for this one, it's let me just say that the character at some point has to be semi-nude.
Eh?
Yeah, so
You want to naked, yo? Oh my God.
so, as I said, semi-nude. And if you want to look your best, you have to prepare for that.
Yeah, you have to get those like lines. You know those waist lines? Where
The one you haven't?
No, I don't have it. It's guys that have it. Those ones. All right, well, enough of that. I'm ready to get this started. So yeah, guys, are you ready? If you are, then let's start it.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Pascal Abista, can I be friends with your sister? By the time we should bring it the list out, I know my choice, man, I got shot. You want to scam me, call it work. I'm gonna get call it work. ATM password, call it work. Baby, call it work. 5K for handkerchief, call it work. I'm gonna get call it work. She give me contract, call it work. Lawyer me nick, call it work. She say I sang a Fuji song, call it work. Loud, oh my work. Truck boys come through, what you work? Bad girl, big booty, what my twerk? Coca on your bed. Oh, ya palak mo sheku no bank. La go.
Look, here's what I can do. Okay? Here's what I promise to do. I promise that I would always be there for you. I would always love you. I would always cherish you. I would always care about you. You would never lack for anything that is within my power to give. Now, if you can accept me like that, then fine. But if you can't, then please understand that all that matters to me is your happiness. Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Would you envy? What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in you, kicking me out. You've got my ears, spin you. No, kid you, I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I know your magical mystery, right? And I'm so dizzy, you don't know what it means, but I'll be alright. My head's under water, but I'm really fine.
Let's keep the Nollywood Tuesday ball rolling. And now The Eve is the latest film we are shining light on. It's a romantic comedy featuring Adeolu Adefarasin, Meg Otawa, and Beverly Naya. Now, it was directed by Tosin Igor and produced by Hawa Alabura. Harry was at the movie premiere to get all the red carpet scoop. So, check this out.
haven't she? There is absolutely nothing that Father Paul can say that I should not hear. So I'm coming with you.
Let's focus on the matters sort of ever.
There'll be no strippers, there'll be no prostitutes, and there will be no run.
Party animals are here. We hear that you have added one more.
The process of being on the Eve, it was a pretty special one because the director, Tosin Eagle, he did his very best to put everything together, which means he started preparing for this film all the way weeks before. So months before we shot, we still had to meet to make sure we had the same idea. He had the shots already planned, so it was a complete process. By the time we got to the location, we already knew what everything was going to be. So it was pretty simple. We were able to just move along with the shoot, and it went according to plan, thankfully.
I love the fact that we can collaborate with our senior colleagues. Obviously, there's still a lot we have to do, but then, you know, like they say, just start and you learn along the way. But the fact that my colleagues are taking ownership and they're doing things, it's amazing.
I think right now we're doing the best with what we have. I think especially the actors, the crew, they put in a lot of man hours, you know, to make sure that we put out the best. And that's pretty much what I think. I just think the actors, the crew, the productions, they give their best. And that's what matters at this point, till we're able to do the Hollywood that everybody's expecting us to do.
It was amazing. It felt like a vacation, to be honest. We're on the beach for God knows how long, having fun. I almost forgot that we're actually like making a movie. And we bonded. The guys were just great. We had a great time together. The director Tosin is amazing. The producer Hawa is a fantastic person as well. It was good. I'm not just saying that because it was fun and it was good. No, it was actually fun making this movie.
For sure is the best guy to play for sure on the Eve project. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody just kind of fitted into what they were supposed to do, which is amazing. Yeah, the casting was right. I could have wanted for sure or Tosna or any other character, but then I got the right casting.
That was perfect for you.
Yeah, I would do it if I was to cast myself that way.
Okay.
The Eve is about Funsho, this really shy guy who's about to get married, and on his way, you know, he goes off for his bachelor party with his guys, and life changes real kind of quick when you're on your bachelor party. I think everything is kind of like he kind of realizes the state of his relationship before he gets married. It's really funny. A lot of crazy things happen.
I play a character called Coyote. He's like, so it's about a group of friends. So I'm part of the friends, but I'm not part of the core four. So there's a larger group of six. I think that so I make up the larger group of six.
I just want to watch.
But I do think that he will like it. I feel like the picture quality is amazing. There's some great shots. The story has unexpected turns. So yeah, I think people are in for fun.
You know, when you go to the beach, and you're like, there's so many things I can do with this place, you know, and then you finally have that script that is about partying, the young people, how you are generally. It's just exciting. So the Eve was, it's like a baby to me. Like I really, 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 really loved the Eve, and I still love the Eve, and I can't wait for all of you to see it and love it too. Yeah.
I'm just so happy, and I'm excited that we're here for the premiere finally of the movie The Eve, because it was such a fun project to shoot. It was a very fun production. We shot like 80 or 70% of the film on an island, Ilashe Island, and we had fun. It didn't feel like work at all. It felt like fun. It felt like a bunch of friends on an island somewhere vacationing and having fun. You know, it didn't feel like work. So I'm really excited, and you know, even though it felt like, you know, we're having fun, it was still a lot of work from the actors to the director to the producer. I mean, Hawa is a young lady doing, you know, she was amazing to work with. And then the director, Tosin Igbo, that was my first time actually working with him, and I was completely blown away.
So I don't see them as new school actors. They're actors that are probably coming to prominence now, and that people are becoming more aware of who they are. Okay. They're becoming aware of their faces, so to speak. So I think it's only a natural progression that people are going to come, new people are going to come into the industry, or people that maybe had been in it for several years, but people didn't recognize their faces and now becoming more recognizable. Okay. So I think it's a norm. It's a norm in the US, it's a norm in every industry, it's a norm in Bollywood. It's natural progression, and it happens in every industry, so why not?
I think the kind of actors that they've brought, I mean, to the film, I feel like a lot of them will kind of give you that vibe that it's kind of aspirational. if you know what I mean. Like, you watch it and you feel like, oh, this guy is really stylish. Oh, he's so intelligent. Oh, he's so articulate. She's really pretty. She dresses really well. So I think there's something to look at. There's something in there for everyone. Everyone watching feel like, I want to be like this person. I want to be like that person. So it's aspirational in that regard. And I feel like people like watch it and be inspired by that, and hopefully go out and work harder or want to be better in order to kind of be more than who they are right now. I think that's what the story helps. I think to a certain degree, I think you get my drift. I think to a certain degree, I think that the film helps you do that. Yeah.
So we can celebrate.
You and has told me that you're working under me.
I'm working under you.
Are you not supposed to work under me?
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a bit.
So before we took that break, we checked out the beach-themed The Eve premiere, and I have two guests in the studio from the film. The first guest is an Nigerian-born UK and US trained actor and host who actually discovered his passion for acting at a young age. He majored in theater and at the Arts University, Bournemouth, and worked as an actor both in the UK and the US before moving back to Lagos to take over the Nollywood industry, Skinny Girl in Transit, Giddy Up, A Wedding Party, and the most recent, The Eve. Some of his works, Adeolu Adefarasi, is here. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good to have you here. I mean, he's not the only person we've got here. Yes, we have another person here. Of course, my second guest is the Northern Hottie, yes, from Plateau State. She is an Nigerian model, actor, and TV personality. She came into the limelight after actually winning the Miss FCT pageant some years ago. Like, I had to look at her again. She's also a producer. Her most recent work is The Eve. Hawa Alabura is here. And, wow, how's it been, the journey?
Well, I would say it's been good. A little, sometimes it's shaky, but ultimately, if you have your eyes on the prize, you're just gonna keep moving, and you're not going to stop until you get what you want to get or what you have planned your life to be or what you're aspiring to be. So yeah, journey is up, down, nice, sweet.
Because somehow I wouldn't even have expected a beauty queen to be a producer. I mean, it's like, oh, they should just be there because they are fragile, because they are beauty queens.
No.
Okay. So now I saw something online that actually fascinated me, caught my fancy. I saw that people were talking about the beach theme stuff, and people were like, okay, there are so many people you would expect at this beach themed party, like premiere, you'd have some people who overdress. They would dress for like red carpet, proper, for beach premiere, like beach themed premiere. And then you'd have people who came to do like aproko, and some of them who came to, different people. Did you see such people?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Oh, wow.
There are definitely always people now. There's like, no matter what, this is no premiere now. Give them black tie.
Oh, wow. All right, now, so I really want to know what the work experience was. Working together on this particular one, The Eve.
I think The Eve was a really interesting experience for me. First off, it was my first lead role, so that in itself made it very intense in terms of consistency of being on set, and also going to Elisha Beach was an experience. It's like a holiday, so you're kind of like relaxing. You're with a load of people that we got along really well. For me, especially being able to sit down and hang out with the guys every day. To hang out with Mauli, Efa, Kunle, we were constantly just chilling and at the same time getting to work, which was a lot of fun. So it was a lot of fun getting to do it, but it also gets intense. No one tells you that after like 10 days, the sand gets boring.
Oh, wow. It didn't get boring. I think people should actually just take a cue from this. Maybe it could help people relax and work well.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great location.
I was just thinking.
Yeah.
All right. So, let's talk about producing The Eve.
Well, that's okay. That's my second production, but the first film to come out to premiere right now. The first one was it's not out yet. Okay. But yeah, it's just a dream come through. You know, when I always say if I'm not going to be producing films, I would have been organizing like shows or parties. I just love to organize. Okay. Like I want to be calling and saying, "Where's that person? How are you doing?"
Like that event person.
Yeah, event person. So I just took all that passion for trying to organize stuff like little parties here, family this, family that, to saying, can I organize film? Like, let's just do it a different way. Let's just make it, you know, something quirky, something young and fresh. And I'm excited because this is really what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be a producer, to produce films, like different type of film, like not the norm, like something, you know, I wanted something young, fresh. That's the line that I want to go. So producing is it's an exciting journey. That's all I can say. Yes.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, Delu, who used to live in the abroad, yes, came back to Nigeria, you know, and I'm actually wondering, like, a lot of things going on my mind right now. Why did you make such a bold move, if I may ask, when a lot of people would like to leave Nigeria? I mean, I read it somewhere on the internet again, like the whole Nigeria should just travel abroad. I mean, for me, I think, you know, going abroad was great in terms of experience and education, getting to experience new things, which is always good as an actor, right? The more you experience, the more you have to offer as a character. You know, you get to have different people's experiences, see different aspects of the world. But for me, I think ultimately moving back is always, home is always kind of the best place to be. You have more to offer people and you have more experience and understanding of where you are. There's always more that you can do for your country than you can do somewhere else. Wow. Okay, so I would like to know, because how I was talking the other time, I was saying that, okay, because I like to, you know, organize events and do this and do that. Somebody might be watching right now and that person is thinking, okay, maybe because I have this, I could just wake up one day and say, you know, I want to become a director, I want to become a producer, I want to start, I mean, somebody can just wake up and think that this is the way it goes. Well, it's not, you can't just sleep and wake up. Like, even if you want to organize events, you have to be thinking it. Like, I thought about it for years. Like, I love to do this. How can I do? Will I get an opportunity to do this? Because another thing is opportunity. You will have great ideas. Everyone has great ideas, but do you have the opportunity? Do people buy into your ideas? Like, can you achieve or whatever? So how did it come about in your own case? In my case, I was just, I wanted to own a film production, come like anything, like I just wanted to, but I was looking for partners, like can someone invest? Because of course you want to own this, but you don't have the money to produce that. So I talked to some people, I tried to get partners, I blah, 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 blah. And a few people bought into my idea. I'm like, yeah, you know, we actually need young people, like let's do this. Let's see if you can do it. And then they tried me with Ford Estate. It was actually a small budget film. Then we put everything to it, like we tried to organize it, and the film came out well. And I showed them, I was like, oh, this is what we could do with this amount of money. And they're like, if you can do this, then yeah, we're ready. Yeah, we're ready to back you up. Just go for it. And I'm like, yes, thank you. Okay, thank you. Now let's see some of the works that they have done, okay? Yeah. And well, you get to give us the feedback.
But the police protects you, and there are courts of law, so you don't need a friend like me. But now, you come to me and you don't come with loyalty or friendship. You don't even think to call me godfather. Instead, you come to me on the day that my daughter is to be married, and you ask me to do murder for money.
I'm sorry. I couldn't. The radio. Try the radio.
Hey.
Yay, cake!
Happy birthday. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. So what's going on?
We're gonna go to the table.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
Let's do it. Thanks. But you ain't gonna make it.
Of course not. It's your birthday.
Cleopatra at night, Mother Teresa in the morning. You know, you should never be ashamed of your meal ticket. Be proud of it. Own it.
No, I don't think that is mine, and I've already been paid.
Just consider it an extra bonus for a job well done. The people love you.
Well, they love the body, not the person, so.
You should be thankful for that. Here, call him. He needs a private session.
I knew it. It's always a catch.
Where are you headed?
Is this a cab?
A cab?
Oh, so sorry. I'm actually looking for a cab.
Well, you heard what the pastor said today. It's a sin to drive home in an empty car when you can help a brother or a sister, so.
Oh, no, I'm not. Thanks, yeah, but we're not headed the same way.
No, it's fine. I'll just drive you to your nearest stop. So, what do you think?
Okay, so I know that your first, the very big one that you had was Giddy Blues.
Yes.
And I really want to know how you actually landed that particular one.
Giddy Blues, I came back from Montana State University. That's Ford Foundation and African International Film Festival sponsored me to go for a documentary course. And when I went there, I found out that from the people, I found out that we had some alumni that were from Nigeria. Okay. And then one of the lecturers was like, oh, there's Femi Odugbemi was in our school. Like, look. So I was like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, you can, you know, talk to you when you get back to Nigeria, you can do stuff and blah, blah, blah. So when I came back, I tried, you know, to go see Uncle Femi. I was like, okay, I need to, I'm from Montana State University. And then finally, I got to see him in their office. It was in Ogudu, and he was like, oh, there's, we're thinking of Giddy Blues and blah, blah, blah. That's, I work for, we're all part of Cut 24 production. That was before, like, Cut 24 production. Okay. And then he was like, oh, I work for, but you should go do a screen test and let's see if you fit the role. Like, he's someone like you that we've been looking for. Yes, oh, wow. So I was like, okay. So I went to do the screen test and blah, and I left. And 1 week, or I think 2 weeks after, I got an email that, oh, that I could come, that I got the role. And I was like, oh.
How fantastic. Like, how really, really fantastic. Yeah. So I know that your father is Pastor Wale Adefarasing. Yes. Now, did he have any concerns, you know, about you doing mainstream acting? You know, because I think that's, okay, because the way we perceive things in this country sometimes can be...
my parents have always been incredibly supportive. That's one thing that I will 100% give to them. They're always very supportive of what I wanted to do and not kind of putting me in a specific box. I think in terms of mainstream acting, they were supportive and really, you know, you trust the person you bring up, right? So, and then the decisions I make are influenced by the way they brought me up. So it influences the choices of films that I do, the roles that I'm willing to take and what I, you know, and the values that I have. And as long as they feel like they've done that right, then they can kind of let me do what I want to do.
Okay, now thinking that you've tasted both worlds, Nolly and Holly.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. Would you do some comparisons?
I mean, obviously, I think, you know, in terms of what we're doing in Nigeria at the moment and Nollywood, we have come so far in terms of where we were. In the last 6, 7 years, I think the film industry here has grown so much. We're a lot more ambitious and willing to dare to do. And we're willing to put our money where our mouth is as well. And so I do think that, yes, there's time to go to get to where Hollywood is. And I think obviously that's because they've been growing for over 100 years, right? And also they've been putting so much money into the industry. The closer we get to that, the more ambitious we are. Our actors are more driven. People are more willing to understand the craft of what it is that we're trying to do. And I do think that we'll catch up in time. So.
Okay, so you personally, how do you think that you can, in your own space, you could actually make this happen? Well,
to me, I think one of the most important things is just making sure that everybody's job is to give the best that you can to every role. It's very easy under certain circumstances to decide to try and cut corners or to just not give your best. But I think it's very important. At the end of the day, my face is on camera. So whatever performance I go to is going to be the best version of it. And hopefully that would inspire other people to, you know, as I go, you know, when you work on films like this, I was working with people that have been working for a lot longer in the industry than I have. Okay. So that inspired me because they've been working on these things and they've been doing it. Now I want to match up to their level. So I'll keep on doing that. And hopefully, as I grow, people start to do the same.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting stuff. So now, how I know that you're a TV host and also an actor, and I really want to know, because people get to ask me this every time, so because I do TV and I do radio. So they want to know the one I love the best. I mean, which would you choose over the other?
I started like with TV presenting, and then I'm just a one at a time person. So it's not like I'm presently doing TV presenting. Then I moved to acting, and I'm like, yes, this is it, this is it. And then the producing game, and right now that's all that's on my head. I want to make films, I want to do this, I want to do this.
So when I take the back seat, and you are doing
exactly.
This.
So
all right, Demi Larry is here. Hello. Oh, wow, we lost that call. I'm so sorry. I think I kept that person waiting for a while. Okay, I think we still have a few minutes left. So if you really want to put a phone call through, why don't you just go ahead, okay? And you can tweet to us at TVC Connect, hashtag in ENT Splash. All right, you want to talk to our guests today. You really want to get to know them better. You want to ask them questions. Why don't you just, do this, and we'll be taking your tweets. Okay, now let's take a breather. And of course, we will be back.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a bit.
All right, it's time for Truth or Dare.
Wow.
You know that for every truth question there is a dare beside it. So wait for it. Just wait for it. If you actually, or if we perceive that you've answered like incorrectly, you have to do the dare if you chose truth, and then you have to take the dancing. So which one would you go for? Truth, dare?
If you watch The Eve, you'll notice there's a scene called Dare.
Okay, truth, dare.
I'm so going to go for truth.
Okay, truth. All right. So I like the people who are just very honest, like I'm just going for the truth like that. All right, truth or dare. All right.
What am I saying? Truth, please. Is it too late?
We have number 1 to 6. No, you said dare. Dare, truth. Now, 1 to 6. Now, you choose a number.
2.
Okay, 2. Let's go, number 2. Okay, for dare. So here is the question.
Question, yes.
Act like a guy for 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Oh boy, how now? How you doing?
Whoa.
And now, man, you look so beautiful. Look at you. Is that 20 seconds? I'm done.
So I'm trying to see if that is... Okay, so were you comfortable with that?
I mean, I was like, which guy?
Which
guy? Look how you look
like...
Sorry.
Okay, now truth.
Right, let's go. Choose a number.
1.
All right.
No, I'm just saying, what number do you choose?
No, okay, I'm going to number 5.
5. All right, so number 5 for truth.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
All right, number 5 for truth. Can you date your friend's ex or your ex's friend?
Yes.
Honestly, like my real friends, my close friends, no.
Okay.
Couldn't do that, not my close friends. Like maybe like friends that are like, oh, by the way, friends that weren't really ever that close.
Acquaintance.
And an ex's friend, I think that would be more awkward for like, nah. Because your ex would probably be at your wedding. In like a high quality capacity. Nah.
So, but no.
Nah. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
that.
Okay, now, so we'll come back to you.
Truth now.
No,
are you asking?
No, you're on dare forever.
No, you can't do that.
I know you're on dare forever. You said yes, you're going.
No,
okay, so we'll give you truth. We'll give you truth.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
All right, so what number?
Did you pick 1? Oh, I can
5.
5. So 6.
Okay, so 6. What is the longest period you've been celibate for?
What? What kind of question? Let me think about it. Probably 4 months.
No. Should we give you that?
No, maybe 4 months. Yeah, 4 months. Yeah, 4 months. Well, yeah, 4 months, and that's like shooting the Eve, like from pre-production to production to shooting to post.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all that was.
So
on my
I don't
mind.
know
So,
if I
yeah.
just passed out inside me like for 4 months, and 4 months is a big deal.
Yes. It's a big deal.
All right, now.
Yeah.
So now, Diolu.
Truth.
There.
No, I'm down there.
There!
I thought we were permanently on that
No,
thing,
but she actually faulted that. Like,
So,
yeah, so.
All right. All right, number 1.
Okay. Oh, did she go for number 1 the other time?
No.
So number 1. All right, so here it is. Sing the second stanza of the national anthem in your razzest voice.
Second stanza, why? All right. Can I do the first stanza?
No.
Why?
Second stanza.
Why? That's always where I stop singing, why I start holding my mouth.
Oh, God of creation. Yeah.
Director, noble cause. To give me the next line. I can't do the second stanza.
Now you did not get it. So now we'll switch to truth. And it is the same, question for the number 1 for truth. Right. So let's go for truth. Number 1.
Are you making the question? Are we reading it?
No, you're not reading any question.
Checking.
You know. Right. So which movie or show made you feel like you could have done the role better than the man, character, than the main character, I mean to say?
Wow. Okay. Which film? Can it be any film? Or it has to be Nigerian? There's no Nollywood, or can we extend?
No, well. Anyway.
Okay. Film. I always wanted to be, I always wanted to do the role of, what do you call it? It's going to be a TV show. It's going to be Luther. Like, that's like my show of all shows. And I always wanted to play Luther. Like, if anything, I think that's like my goal.
Okay.
I'm going to bring that back.
Okay. So, yes, thank you for answering that. Now we'll come back to you. Are you still sticking to?
Yes, please.
To truth?
Yes, please.
Oh, wow. So that was too difficult for you.
Yeah,
okay, so what number?
Number 4.
Okay, so here we go, number 4. Would you rather be rich and ugly or poor and very, very good looking?
Rich and ugly. Whatever you guys say,
wow.
like,
you know
yeah.
Oh, wow.
They always say.
Wow. Like, I don't think I have to
like
think
very
about
rich and then you look like Shrek.
Tell me, like, if
okay,
why are we working this hard?
Let's go back to this.
Yeah.
So, truth?
Yeah.
Okay, truth
Sticking
forever.
to truth.
Forever.
Yes.
Forever truth.
Forever.
Wakanda. I'm right.
All right, so your number.
What numbers haven't gone?
I
3.
think
Yeah,
2.
2 has gone.
She did
3.
2. So 3.
3, yeah.
3. Okay, so number 3 for truth. All right, so here we go. Which Nigerian celebrity wouldn't you mind acting alongside in a role where you have to make out?
Whew. All right, then. I mean, there's so many names in my head right now. I've always had a serious crush on Sonkele. So
wow.
I think she's so talented, and talent is attractive.
Okay, but then you said you had like a lot, so I'll give you the opportunity to just tell me like 2 more.
Why did I say that? All right, next person. Why not? Let me just say Beverly Nash. Sweet. I've already made that with Mega Time, so I can't say that.
All right, now, yes, so we know.
We did in the movie.
All right, interesting. Okay, so we have to go. I was wondering if you were going to mention our name. All right, thank you guys for watching. I want to say a very big thank you to you for coming on the show today. Thanks so much, Awa, for coming on the show today. We really do appreciate it. It was very good hanging out with you. All right, and that's the show today. And Sim and Splash, we will be back tomorrow, definitely. All right, now we'll catch you. My name is Honeypots. Bye for now.